Hello and welcome to my first ever Inktober video. This is for day one, the prompt ring. I decided that I was definitely going to do the full month-long Inktober challenge and took the month of September to kind of think and plan some ideas. I started with the first one, what different things that the word ring reminded me of, kind of aesthetic things, and I ended up going up with this concept that was very similar to a piece I did back in college. That was very about space and it's very ethereal, and the solar system rings is part of what came to mind. And back in that piece, I had a character that had the solar systems going in rings around her, and it was she was very pale in contrast to the background, and so I brought back that same character and decided to incorporate actual rings as well. So here I drew out the hand in Prismacolor pencil, and for this video I'm using Dr. P.H. Martin's India ink and then Black Star ink for lining with a glass pen, so everything is ink even if applied with brush, and all of my Inktober prompts will actually use these exact same materials. So once I had the hand sketched, I went in and filled the background with an initial gray. It actually was a lot darker than I had intended it to be based on what I wanted all of my pieces to look like as a whole, but in the end I think it actually turned out okay. And here I'm applying the solar system rings, and I wasn't entirely happy with how this piece was going. I even put the rings in the wrong spot compared to my original sketch, and just lots of little things was happening. I wasn't feeling good. It was a very, very overwhelming day, so it was actually probably one of the worst possible days to start a month-long challenge on. But ended up pushing through and liked it at the end. And so once I got all the rings in, decided to add kind of a textured effect to the background, and then went to lining. So this is a glass pen, which I really like because you can get a really consistent line quality with. I like dip pens as well in the nibs, but for some reason a lot of mine have stopped consistently working, and I'm not sure why. And I bought this pen a couple years ago, and I need to get some good use out of it, so it's going to be my main inking tool for Inktober. So just going through and adding some line work and details and hatching to this piece. I started out all these prompts with kind of just like a one-off. What does this make me think of? What is something that's a little less than expected for the piece on some of them? And then by the end of it, ended up seeing kind of an overarching theme that ended up, I think it's around day 15 or so, 16. It's with the prompt Wild. There's a character that it made me think of from a story I wrote years ago about a child, and the narrator thinking back retrospectively on it. So I won't reveal the story quite yet, but a lot of these pieces I could see either, like this one in particular, being like an adolescence or a college age person, and some of the feelings and aesthetics and angst of that time period, but it also works in and of a piece of itself. So here it is, my finished piece for the prompt day one ring. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. There will be future videos, kind of compilations of multiple videos all at once.